All right, ladies and gents, mainly like 2 women, maybe. I hope 2. I know there's 1. I hope there's another one out there. And all gentlemen, we have, I say that way too often. It's getting old, isn't it? We have game 4. It is double TC Arena. Chinese and Britons in the blue, Fire in the red, Dogao. And it is $200 5-game set between Brazil and Norway. Pretty interesting, these civilizations. Britons and Chinese, like, they're both archer civilizations. And of course double TC is very awkward, very interesting start. But let's take a look and see what we have. Of course, we'll take a look at MBL. He's playing as the Chinese in the green. Viper, he's Britons. How does this guy luck out? He's Britons. And I didn't look at the civilizations either, guys. It's Chinese for Fire and then Britons for Dogao. These bases are very close. MBL and Showdown are really close to one another. MBL has 1 main gold right up against his wall, which could be really unfortunate. This other one's actually really close to the edge of the wall as well. All of his golds are in bad spots. Well, he does have 1 back there. But you have to keep in mind on a double TC start, you want to keep both TCs running, so a lot of times players will be in the Dark Age for quite some time. But if we do see a castle drop, I think Dogao's favored. Between these 2, on this side, it looks like golds are spread about for Fire. Stones are somewhat forward. Does he have any other stones? Yeah, he does. Oh my gosh!
10-10 stream.
Was that $50? I don't know how much that was, but thank you for the donation, man. See, I have different noises for different amounts. I thought that was a good idea, but that volume was really loud. So thank you so much for the donation, and thanks for being here. I've seen you in the chat quite a bit. Sorry I got scared. I just changed those noises. Now, Viper's golds spread about, stones spread about. Back to casting. Okay. I assume players are discussing the position of their resources now. I'm trying to think like how Brazil can do this. Like the walls actually probably help them. Oh, are they seriously laming? I heard. Okay, I saw like scouts running across the middle of the map. I thought lame. When MBL is involved, that's always something to think. Like, here's the thing. In the late game, they can't match up with Viper. They just can't. Viper's just all over them. We saw it in game 2, probably the best game I've ever seen. They just can't match up. And I assume Viper just followed Dogao inside. We'll watch this as I continue to talk. What I think they should do is try and put the pressure on Viper. Like, that's the best thing. Like, if they're gonna win these games, they played 3 of them. Viper has stood strong. They should put pressure on Viper. MBL really shouldn't be the focus. No offense. They should put pressure on Viper. Yeah. And as you can see, Viper's trying to harass already. Okay. Now, with 2 scouts, keep in mind, you can kill a villager, and Viper might be trying to do that. Looks like Fire has come in, and he's trying to help out. Viper's not going to be able to get out, so he might need to commit and try and get a villager kill. But currently the villager count is quite high. 31 villas for Dogao, like 35, 36 for all the other players. But it's pretty crazy. 2 TCs, like I said, it keeps you in the Dark Age for quite some time. But yeah, I assume, in the midst of me discussing things, Dogao ran inside. Oh my...
Yo, whoa, oh, I'll get scared again. A bit less than 50, but I am sure it will help Kapabua # Nima sucks.
Did you say Nima sucks? Oh my gosh, yeah, that's actually the amount that gives a different noise. Bua, thank you, man, I appreciate it. And that did get me, but my body was used to it, so it didn't get me as much. Thanks again, guys, I appreciate it. Luckily, this is kind of a slow start, so we've been able to to take our time, and MBL, he's going to stone, so he may be going for some Chuko news, or at least the castle for some map positioning. Thanks everybody, I appreciate it. Alright, so you see the feudal times, fire, he's going to be up shortly, and we're probably going to see the castle age click for all of these players right after they hit the feudal age. And after that, I'm curious to see if we're going to see a boom or if we're going to see castles. Because keep in mind, the one town center clicks up to the castle age, the other one, that is the one that keeps running, so your economy's pretty strong. I don't know what fire's doing out here. Going out to the deer? Okay. Going out to the deer. Fire is not on stone currently. Meanwhile, I'll toggle over. It looks like Viper, he is also not on stone. Maybe he will TC stone. Oh, his economy is kind of weird as well. I'm surprised at this. Now keep in mind, he will probably cancel a vill or two. No, he's gonna keep both of these villagers, maybe buy some food, but not as high as the others. Dogal, he is on stone, and we already saw MBL is on stone as well. So both players on the right, as I said, with the forward wall is going to go on to stone, go for that castle. So we'll compare those times, and MBL has a lot on gold. It looks as though, sorry about the mouse, just 3 on gold for Dogal. I think MBL is gonna be on a similar time as Dogal, maybe just beat him, just comparing the buildings going up. But the stone's gonna be important. Wouldn't it be funny if they both go to put a castle here and they have to rush villagers out? It's like a castle race. I would not be surprised if that happens, because MBL is just clicked up and Dogal is right behind him, and they both have 5 on stone, so similar build orders. Okay, so players on the left, 1 Chinese, 1 Britain's player, they're gonna boom up. Players on the right, obviously gonna have strong economies, but it looks like they're gonna pile on some pressure. Now, I don't play a lot of 2TC, I don't know the meta, I haven't watched a lot of 2TC, but I do notice that Viper's actually getting wheelbarrow, and so is Fire. So they're getting wheelbarrow and idling that second TC, as well as the other one is clicking up to the castle age. So, like, my logic would be, okay, I'm not going to idle both town centers, I'm going to wait for a wheelbarrow, but I would say that their logic is better than mine. I like the town center from Viper between the stones. Another town center. Britons get cheap TCs. Town centers now from Fire. Very similar up times for the 2 tyrants. The Viper's going to be on a total of 4 town centers. And this is the side we want to pay attention to. I'm going to be on Dogal's point of view, because this is what he can see. He's about to hit the castle age. This is where MBL is going to build his castle. And yes, I'm exactly right. Look at this. They're going to build castles in the same exact spot at the same exact time. And Dogal has more villagers. Build it, Dogal. Build the castle. No! Build it. No, MBL's running out more villagers. Okay, MBL's in a great spot. This can be devastating for Dogal. Dogal cannot see this. This is awful for Dogal. Dogal... this is bad. Now, is he... comparing the HPs... like, the castle's gonna kill some vills, but can he commit to it? It's a 75%. Is he gonna commit? I think he's gonna commit to it. Oh no, Dogal, he's committing to it, Dogal! Do it! Do it! Get it up, buddy! Do it! You can do it! Yes, he did it! He only lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 villagers. Well done. I think he lost more than that. I think he lost 7 or 8. Man, that sucks. Did I call that or what? Did I call that or what? Illuminati confirmed. T90 Stradamus. I don't know. Whatever you want to call it. But Dogal, I feel so bad for him, man. I feel so bad for him. Like, he couldn't even see it. Couldn't even see it. Okay, well, let's look at Viper's economy, because we know Dogal's behind now, and Viper's at 77 villagers. I mean, Fire's behind him, and MBL's on the way up to the Imperial Age. 3 town centers. MBL's just gonna treb him down. It's not looking good again for the Brazilians. It really isn't. But the one thing about MBL's build is he is... Oh, Dogal, you cheeky man. The one thing about MBL's build is he has a weak economy, but Dogal is going with Petards. Is he going with Petards to take the castle down? Or is he going with Petards to Petard bust? Because if he's trying to take the castle down, that is a ballsy thing. Yeah, he has a battering ram here. Oh boy, Dogal, I admire the balls you have, because this is gonna be difficult to do after losing 7 or 8 villagers, but he's gonna do it anyway. He's gonna continue with Petards, a siege workshop behind from MBL. MBL can probably expect it. Oh no, he sent the Petards out that way! What are you doing? No, you gotta delete the other piece of wall. You lost one of the Petards before it even exploded. That one needs to attack! Attack the castle, there we go. Oh, Dogal. So, MBL is gonna build a castle behind, which is great. But he needs mangonels. There's longbows here from Dogal. I like this, applying pressure. There's Shuko news from MBL, but keep in mind he can't make any if he loses the castles. Both tyrants are on the way up, and Viper is going to be fun to watch as Britons. There's a Mangonel. I don't know if Dogal can continue with the Petards now that there's another castle from MBL. Like, this is a good play if it's 1 TC, because then you both have weak economies. But now he can't go with the Petards or the Rams anymore. And MBL is going to be an imp, so... yeah. I think the push is pretty much stalled. We have stables from Fire. A lot of stables from Fire. Viper, I'm expecting to go with a lot of longbows. Because it's Viper. Going with another castle. And Fire's probably expecting that as well. Already the first treb there. MBL's probably going to pick off that battering ram. Close to it. And not looking good for the Brazilians, because it's going to be 2 Norwegians in the Imperial Age versus 1 Brazilian. And obviously Dogal has been struggling. He's at 86. Well, he's actually at 86 villagers. It's not too bad in comparison to MBL, but one thing MBL has is the Imperial Age technologies. And if this castle goes down for Dogal, all he has back at home is, well, a whole lot of nothing, because he has a siege workshop, and if Viper wants, he could send his longbows towards Dogal. But I don't think he's interested in that. Now, wouldn't it be great if... Yes! Wouldn't it be great if Fire sent his units over here into MBL's base? I'd love that move. And it looks like Fire's going to do that. He's getting Cavalier. He should do that fast. No wasting time here. Fire, please. Do not waste time. Dogal, just build another gate. Kill the deer. Let him rot. The deer are actually blocking. The deer are playing for Norway. They're blocking the gate. Castle's down. Oh no, MBL can quick wall. That's so much easier now. The opportunity is gone. There's Chukunu's behind. Oh man. I don't know. Gonna be another castle shortly for Viper. He can go with, he'll have 4 castles, I think. Man, that would have been so nice if Fire would have run in there. But he could have wrecked MBL's economy, but I don't think he can run in now. Of course, Dogal can delete his walls, but I don't think MBL will die from this attack. And now we're going to see a quick wall from MBL. Great quick wall. Great quick wall. And if that piece of wall goes up, MBL's base is going to be safe. And the castles, of course, not really threatened. Viper Longbows here. Not gonna deny the castle. Is he gonna deny the castle? No, more villagers coming out. Not gonna deny the castle. But I expect Trebs. Or, oh my gosh, look how many Mangonels are here from Viper. I bet you he was expecting Chuko news. He has 5 Mangonels. He's getting elite longbows, 2 Trebs. This game does... This seems worse than any of the others, honestly. MBL's an imp. He's Chuko new. Going for another castle. MBL just needs to survive, really. Now the thing about elite longbows is that they're really slow. They're really slow to push in, but the range, and with Viper, it's really hard to push them. Viper's gonna have Yeoman shortly, gonna have 6+6 range, and he's now in. So I don't know what the play is from Fire to stop this, except Cavalier and Onager. He's researching Siege Ram. He has a lot of Cavalier. Mangonels are here now from Viper. He's researching Onager as well. We could see a big attack ground, actually. And he has gone for the attack ground. This could be bad for Viper's longbows. Are you kidding me? This is actually really bad. Viper probably has to just understand he's going to lose these Onagers. He doesn't want to open up the gate. That's actually pretty good for Fire. Meanwhile, on the other side, it looks like MBL's continuing to press in. I think Viper needs Halberdiers. Now that he knows the Cavalier are in such a mass, he needs to add in Halberdier. But look how many longbows he has. It's just an obnoxious amount. And thank you for the host there, Kaylee. Now, the one counter to Britain's is Siege Ram. And Fire knows this, obviously. He's adding in Siege Ram. Now, Onagers are great against the Siege Ram, but Britons are really weak right now, I think. Fire, this is Fire's time against Viper, because the Siege Rams are great. They're great meat shields, and Viper's not going to be able to micro all these units all day. He's queued up another Onager. Castle's gone up, and might go right down. Surprised we're still not seeing Halberdiers from Viper, but we've seen just pure longbows from him in the past. Still on the other side, we see engagements. Chuko News, Trebuchets, and Dogao is... It's ugly, man. All of his gold's on the front. Does he have any gold? I don't see any gold. It looks like MBL knows this. He's tempted to run in and pick off these Trebs. But I think once the castles go down for Dogao, it's going to be rough. Fire needs to come over and maybe help out a bit. Just full Treb war. Really. That's all it is. But castles are important there. Viper's holding on. Siege Rams are coming in. Now the Onagers are there for the Siege Rams. They will crumble them. Well played from Fire, though, to add in these Siege Rams. I really like it. And the castles for Dogao, unfortunately, about to go down. This one here, one on the left going down. This one can, very close. Looking at the HP, very close. Still up. MBL lost one. Now it's going to go down. Viper's pushing back out again. Onagers, Trebuchets. I think the power of the Siege Rams have kind of stalled because now Viper knows what's up and he's just going to micro his Onagers. And now the economy from Fire is actually exposed because he's run his army over towards MBL. He's going to try and take out the castles. I think more than anything, he needs to save Dogao because Dogao's about to die. MBL's play of just going Trebs and Chukanus is actually really smart. He's done a good job with that. Going with the town center on the gold now, I mean, this is kind of rude, MBL. Meanwhile, another castle from Fire. Viper's probably going to just Treb that guy down. And rocketry from MBL, but is he going to lose the Trebs? I like the move from Fire because what happens here is he'll take down all the Trebuchets, and then he can take down a lot of these castles, but the Chukanus, of course, good against the Rams. He needs to take those out first, but So Gal's gonna push back out with his Trebs. I don't know. Chukanus, there's still many Chukanus there, and they have Rocketry. If I were Fire, I would have gone for these Trebs first, but I'm not Fire, and maybe that's why I'm casting the game instead of playing. There's still a lot of Trebs here from MBL. It's pretty expensive. One castle's gone down, but in the end, it doesn't really matter, does it? I mean, Viper is over here, and... Wow. What's a game? Like, it all started with Dogal, and, you know, IT90 Stradamused it. They were both going to put a castle up there. MBL sent more villagers. I wonder if MBL saw it, I'm not sure without watching the rec, but he may have, because he sent more villagers. And that changed the game. And I liked MBL's play as well, to just go with the Trebs and the castles, but... Again, Viper top scoring it, Viper just carrying hard. And I can't say he carried that one, but he did a great job. You look at the units killed, units lost. Largest army. Well played. Economy stats. All of that stuff. It was a relatively short game in comparison to the others. And game 5 is coming up. Very good point from Hightower. He said MBL probably saw it because the gates have larger line of sight. What I noticed was MBL first sent maybe 5 to 10 villagers, and then he immediately sent more. And it looked like a reaction, so it was like he reacted to something he saw. So in the end, that line of sight really helped him. But yeah, I don't think MBL necessarily got carried. I think it was, like, he did what he needed to do there. Let me adjust this.